Hey folks, how's it going? It's your favorite realtor team from New York. I'm Evantz Saint-Gerard. Dean's on vacation this week, so I'm holding down the fort. I want to introduce you guys to your next move. This is season 2, and we have our guest for today is Chris Kito. Chris, tell them a little about yourself and where you represent.
Well, first off, thank you for having me on right now. I know you guys are going to get hit with some snow tonight. I
It's
have
actually snowing as we speak.
my family's up there and they're hunkering down for that. I'm down here in Tampa Bay, Florida, the west coast of Florida, and I primarily handle Pinellas, Hillsborough, and Pasco County, which is the west side of the state, right along the Gulf, and been here for a couple years, about 9 years in real estate. And prior to that, I was in Santa Monica and Beverly Hills and West Los Angeles with Coldwell Banker, but I have been, and I made the switch several years ago with Keller Williams.
All right, awesome. Now you said you have family over here in New York. What part of New York?
I was born and raised in Port Jefferson, so Suffolk County.
Nice, nice.
Yep.
All right, so what made you move from New York to Florida?
Well, originally I went, go back a little bit, I went for any of the Long Islanders or New Yorkers, I went to Comstock High School, played lacrosse for a while. Then I went to school in Connecticut. I went to Quinnipiac University. And then from there, before I got to Florida, I made a trip to Los Angeles, where I was with Coldwell Banker for many years. And then after getting the West Coast out of my system, my family always vacationed down in Florida. My parents, like many New Yorkers and families from the Northeast, want to winter down here to get out of the cold. So my parents are down about a half hour outside of Tampa in Sun City. And I wanted to get back to the East Coast, but I didn't want to get back to that cold weather after having been in Los Angeles for so many years. So I decided on Tampa Bay and West Florida, right along the Gulf. And everyone down here, there's very few locals and many transplants from New York. So I always say I'm just in a warm New York. That's what it's really like, to be very honest. And a lot of my business is dealing with families and individuals looking to come down from the tri-state area to Florida, to the West Coast, down here.
All right. Well, today, this is what we're talking about. Basically, is more important than ever because basically today is the first day that we're actually getting snow. A winter storm here in New York, the tri-state area. So as of right now, as we're talking, I'm gonna have to go shovel at some point. So I'm kind of reluctant to go out there so that we can talk as much as you want. So. Let's dive in. How many people are in your team, or are you a solo agent? Let's talk.
Well, I am on a team. I'm on the Jeff Borum team. We have in total, there's about 17 members of the team, 11 agents and 6 support staff.
Okay. And you primarily work with buyers, sellers, investors?
Both. The team works with everyone, buyers, sellers, residential. We don't handle commercial. We refer that out. But we primarily, I would say we have it's about a 60 split percentage. In 2019, we did roughly 70 million in volume, about 269 sides. 60% of that would be representing buyers. The remaining 40 would be listings. Obviously, as every real estate agent and team, you want to focus on listings, which we're doing. And our numbers are very similar to that this year. Even with COVID, so it's been fantastic. But we're looking to increase more listings. But, business is business. We have a lot of referral business. We work with a lot of probate attorneys, a lot of returning customers, a lot of referrals from other KW agents from all over the country for families that are looking to relocate to the area. So we have our hands kind of everywhere, and we have a very balanced source of business and leads.
Okay. All right. So what kind of lifestyles are you dealing with basically in your part of town? Are you dealing with mostly retirees, young families, people starting over?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's everything. As you know, in real estate, you think you have a niche and then you get something else. So, we do deal with a lot of 55 and over communities. That was something I did not deal with in Los Angeles, or was a big issue really in the tri-state area. So some of the main differences with Florida are we do deal with families. The price point for an entry-level home, you could still find something under $300,000, which is very affordable for families. We do have a little bit larger, compared to other markets, military background. So with VA loans, they're 0 down. So we have that. We do have some retirees that are moving down. We have people that also are snowbirding so they may not be down here full time. We just have a major influx of residents from the Midwest and the Northeast. Right after Christmas, they come down for 3 months. The traffic explodes. We'll see how it is this year with COVID restrictions, but in normal years, we have a huge influx in season. So there's a lot more activity, and winters aren't slow down here because people come down, they may be vacationing, they may be leasing a residence for a couple months looking to purchase. And we get a mix of everything. It really is. You get local, you get people coming in from out of town, you get retirees, you get young families, you get someone looking to get out of get their first condo. So we work with everybody.
Well, that was going to lead me into the next question. What kind of properties are we dealing mostly with? Condos, multiple families, one levels? What do you mostly see that your clients are asking for?
Well, it depends on the price point and the individual situation, but we primarily focus on single family residences and condos. Not many multifamily. That's anything 4 doors or up is going to commercial. We are really on the residential side. So it's a split between condos and homes. And, you can get a very nice home for, under $300,000, depending if you're in Pasco County or certain areas like Newport Richey, Port Richey, a little bit off the coast. You can get a 3.2, a 2.2 for $150,000, under $200,000. And that's very affordable. You're going to be paying less with your PITI than you will in many cases for renting, and you have a yard and you can have no issues with dogs, or you can have whatever you want there. And that's a very good alternative for a lot of people that want to get out. And especially if you're coming from the Northeast and you're paying rent, and you've got rent prices in the Northeast or major cities in the Midwest like Chicago, or even if you were in a home with your property taxes and the value of your home, no matter what, you come to Florida, it's a lot cheaper. The people here might think it's expensive and locals, but when you're coming from New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, or Chicago, Florida's very cheap, especially on the taxes front. And that's why we have a lot of draw to this city and the state in general, is low taxes, low property taxes, affordable real estate. And as many people know, and they realize in the winter months, we have fantastic winter. It's been 73 and sunny all day today.
Could you repeat that one more time? Because I'm getting really jealous right now.
Well, it'll be 73 and sunny, and tomorrow is about the same as well.
I think we're 35, I think, today. I'm not sure. That's with the snow coming down as we speak. All right. So we already mentioned people are using vacation homes. They're using their snowbirds. A lot of snowbirds are going out there. What about people who are buying for investments? Can you recommend any specific areas that you work in?
Well, it depends on investment. If they're looking for income property, there are deals out there. Single family residences up to 4 units we would handle. Anything larger than that we'd refer to commercial if you're looking to get like 7, 8, 10, 20 doors. With regards to flipping property or development, very frankly, it's tough. The market's hot. There's a lot of buyers with cash. There's a lot of first-time home buyers out there. There's not really a lot of deals to be had because there's a lot of people looking to buy. Interest rates are, as you know, super low.
Yes.
So you have scooping in and saying, "Oh, the home's listed for 200 grand. I'll give you 150. We'll close in 5 days." They don't want to hear that because they got 6 offers and it's going at 210 in that same amount of time. So it's very difficult to find, deals, and there's no foreclosure market, and really it's a tough market for investors in that sense. Now, if you're looking to buy and hold, there's always that, but you're not going to get these steal deals that, a lot of people reminisce about in 2008 and 2009, but that was a long time ago in a very different circumstance.
Yeah, this is a totally different market altogether. All right, so tell us a little about the benefits of living in your areas.
Well, I think there's benefits for everyone depending on your situation. First, just from a business perspective, Florida has tremendous growth all throughout the state, specifically on the West Coast in the Tampa Bay, St. Petersburg area. We are having a influx of people coming out of state, and they're coming with talent. They're coming with companies. They're coming with capital. The state's really turning over. There's much more activity here. Everyone's coming down here. Tom Brady came to Tampa Bay. Everyone's coming down here now. There's an exodus of people from other states, and they're drawn to, the weather. They're drawn to the lifestyle here. We're right on the water. It's beautiful. You can boat, you can swim, you can fish, and it's a very good tax. There's no state income tax. So immediately off the bat, you're saving 6-7% just by moving here. The property taxes are a fifth or less of what they are in Long Island or Connecticut or New Jersey. So from a business standpoint, they're very, very good.
Let's say like Limbrook or Valley Stream taxes are about, let's say 10 to 12,000 for taxes, and let's say the house is about 550. What are the taxes out? Let's say they sell that house, basically they move to your part of Florida.
Yeah, depending on the area, but you're looking at, around $2,500, $2,300 to $2,500. A lot of people, everyone knows the taxes are less in Florida, and then until they actually realize the amount less, they go, oh my God, what was I doing for all these years paying up there? Especially if you don't have any kids in the school district, which you're paying for, you look around and say, well, why am I paying, $1,000, $1,200 a month, when in Florida it costs me $200 a month.
And the other thing is basically you're paying less, and you also most likely you're getting a bigger property.
Oh, absolutely. The value for your dollar, price per square footage, is significantly, again, money will go much further here than it does in New York with regards to real estate, taxes, anything you could imagine. It's I think everyone knows it, but until you really see it, or you look around and say, oh my gosh, look at this, it never really sets in.
You really have to compare both basically to see, wow, this makes more sense.
Yep.
Especially where you are in your life at that moment. Since a lot of us are in lockdown, a lot of people are realizing, as they're spending more time in their homes, they're realizing this home doesn't fit my needs anymore. And I need either more space, or maybe I need less space. And maybe I don't want to be here anymore. I want to be someplace where it's sunny. And like today, I want to retire my shovel, and I want to be outside, enjoying the weather and not having to worry about basically, is the snow going to collapse my my roof or whatnot.
Absolutely. Again, it goes back to there's so many nice benefits here in Florida, from weather to the business environment, taxes. Again, you have the state income tax. You're automatically going to save 6.5%, 7%. I don't know exactly what New York is with your tax bracket, but that's chopped off.
Okay.
To do that. So it's a lot simpler here, very easy. Life, even traffic is less. The cost of living is less. The quality of life is higher. There's more space. Things are more affordable. Again, things are more casual here, so you can kind of take that edge off. You're done with the LIRR. You're done with the subways. We don't even have that here. There's many reasons why people come down here, but I'd say those are the top few that really kind of make people turn that switch and say, you know what, I'm going down to Florida. I had enough.
All right. So this is a tricky question to ask, but for young families and retirees, what's important for them to know about Florida?
Well, for young families, I think they need to realize that there's opportunity here for growth, that you can find an affordable home. You're not going to get whacked over the head with taxes. You're not going to get whacked with property taxes, income taxes. And there's good public schools. There's a lot of activity. You have good weather, and you can get a lot more. Your dollar goes a lot farther with regards to cost of living as well as real estate. For retirees, it's the same. No one wants to be, dealing with arthritis or be up there in age and have to go shovel snow or deal with a blizzard. They'd rather be in 70-degree weather in January. Again, cost of living is much, much less. And that's a huge thing. If you're on a fixed income, you have to make those dollars stretch. And in Florida, it goes further. And there's a lot of activities. There's a lot of action. And it's nice to kind of break up. And there's different activities here. And you could have a different lifestyle here than you could in the Northeast, just based on geography and the cost of living. Things are sometimes so expensive up in the Northeast or Midwest, or in the city and right around Chicago, that you're limited in what you're able to do. But in Florida, you have a lot more you can do in life because things cost less.
All right,
and add to a lot of your bottom line and quality of life.
Let's talk about those activities. Before COVID, what were the activities that were available? And let's talk about what's available for people to do now during COVID.
Well, we're still pretty much open. So, the beauty is a big draw here is the beach life, beach, boating, fishing, anything around the water. I would say golf, tennis, anything outdoors. It's a year-round activity. And also one thing I've noticed that's really special about living in this area, every little town has their own special event, whether it be a Mardi Gras parade, whether it be Gasparilla Festival and parade down in Tampa.
What is Gasparilla?
What do you say?
What is Gasparilla? I've never heard of that
Gasparilla is a pirate festival. Every January they have it in Tampa. So there's a lot of community activities that are really nice, and people get involved, and there's a really great sense of community down here in Florida that is something that coming from the Northeast was new to see it down here. And again, it's great weather, so you're really active all year round, and that's really what's nice. It's lighter out later every day. It's warm. You want to do stuff. It's 75 degrees in January. You want to go out and do something, play golf, play tennis, walk around, go for a bike ride. You're not doing that in New York. I mean, I grew up there. I know what it was like. So it's a lot of fun for people, and it doesn't cost a lot. And that's the other beauty of this too. Florida is very affordable. A lot of locals say, oh, it's so expensive now, but I tell you, you come from the Northeast, your money doubles.
Okay, that's what I like to hear. All right, just to give people options. Now, you have mentioned that you play lacrosse.
I do. I did.
Okay, you did. So are you doing any of that basically periodically? I mean,
I haven't in a while. No, after lacrosse, I picked up triathlons.
Okay.
So right now I stay very active with swimming, in pools and open water in the bay, in the Gulf, and also biking, and just generally very active, which you can do here, which is nice.
All right. So I wanted to lead you into the sports.
Sure.
Being it's Florida, what sports are available for the average sports fan who's leaving New York and they're deep into sports, that they want to see stuff, or they want to have?
Absolutely. Well, Tampa Bay Lightning, we have an ice hockey team. I mean, unfortunately, I'm a bit of an Islanders fan, so they knocked out the Islanders this year, but they did win the Stanley Cup, so everyone here loves the Lightning. We had the Tampa Bay Rays make it to the World Series, and then the Dodgers knocked them out. I used to be from lived in LA for many years, so there's that. And then, everyone's talking about the Buccaneers. So
Okay.
they're doing okay. I think it's just fun to watch. You had Brady down there, and I think there's a lot to do. And these, I haven't gone to a lot of these games, but the tickets are very affordable compared to what they were in New York to get to them. And where the Tampa Bay Rays play, it's a covered dome, so you can go in August and it's okay. You're in a dome.
I'm liking the way that sounds. Now, do you guys have XFL out there?
No, and I think I don't know I think that was shut down, but then I think The Rock bought it. But we may have had it. We kind of have a little bit of everything, but I don't know if the XFL is going to be active in 2021, or they may take a year off. But we have everything, and what I've realized is everyone in Tampa Bay loves their sports teams. You see a lot of Buccaneers, a lot of Lightning, and a lot of Rays merchandise and stickers and flags everywhere.
Well, usually these two things always are kind of joined to the hip. If we're talking about sports, we got to talk about food. So let's talk about food. What's your area known for, food-wise?
Well, I would say seafood. I think the seafood down here is excellent. It's fantastic. Everything from the fish, the grouper, the crab, the lobster. It's very fresh. We have a little of everything, whatever you want. Again, the development in the Tampa Bay, St. Petersburg area has really changed. So someone says, I was there 20 years ago, they didn't have anything. I said, listen, it's a completely different city. Influx of money, people, development, everything. It really has. There's nothing you couldn't find that you wanted here. But if I had to say one thing, if you came down here and had to have two or three meals, you go for seafood.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot. Name your two favorite places for seafood.
There's a place called Miss Crab's that's really great. It's got really authentic, crab, lobster, and they have all the sauces. You mix it up. It's really fantastic. And there's another restaurant. Oh, what's a good one? There's so many. I think it's 411 Beach. It's in St. Petersburg. It's very good. They have fantastic oysters, Rockefeller oysters. Fantastic. Okay. And you can sit outside. That's the other thing. You sit outside December, January, you get breeze, a sunset. It's nice. It's also the setting. So you get the great food and a great setting. It's a really special night. And we're open. Folks, we're open.
That's good to know. All right. So we talked about sports. We talked about food. We talked about affordability. And we talked about one of the things that I heard you mention a lot was basically the taxes and the difference between the taxes over there versus the taxes here in New York. out of all the stuff we talked about, if there's anything else you didn't mention, what would you say is the best kept secret about your area that people might not know that they should know if they're considering making a move there?
Absolutely. I always think there's this joke about Florida that, Florida's crazy. And I've always joked that you said, Florida's a little bit of a Toontown. It's really been redeveloped over the last few years. And, I come across people that said, hey, I was down there 15, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, and they didn't have enough. It was a little bit backwards. It's really changed. There's a massive amount of influx of Northeastern folks that came down. They've redeveloped, they've built things up. There's a lot of restaurants, there's a lot of activity, there's a lot of economic growth. There's a lot of high paying jobs that were not always here. And it's a different Florida than what I was always accustomed to growing up years ago. It's really, is really a lot to offer. There was always something to offer. Now there's really fantastic. And you see that. You have all these major hedge funds, investment banks. Everyone's coming to Florida now. And they didn't do that years ago because the infrastructure really wasn't here as much. Now we have all these new restaurants. We have really, we have the lifestyle that supports someone that has that is not retired, or even if you are retired and you have a higher disposable income, to really enjoy yourself here. There's high-end restaurants, there's whatever you need, there's the outdoor activity. We have the airports of Tampa. There's an airport in Tampa and there's one in St. Petersburg. We can fly anywhere and everywhere, so it's really open. It's very easy. You can go right from MacArthur down to Tampa and it's like 2 hours. That's it. Boom, you're done.
Okay. Now, public transportation, what do you guys have going on?
Not much going on there.
So you have to drive. You gotta have a car. All right, but everything is drivable, basically, driving distance.
Absolutely. Yes, and you know what? Coming from the Northeast, you'll never say there's traffic here.
Say that one more time, please.
You'll never say there's traffic here.
As you're saying that, all I'm thinking about is the LIE right now, and I can just imagine the traffic, especially today with the snow.
Moving here.
Okay, great. All right. Well, you did mention the job. There's a lot of jobs, a lot of infrastructure that's there now that wasn't there years ago. What other companies are there or flocking to Tampa, St. Petersburg?
Well, first off, you have a huge healthcare industry here. So anything and everything with regards to healthcare is here, based here, moving down here. Aside from that, we have a big financial sector. Raymond James is based down here. Wells Fargo and Chase, there are huge offices down here. Really everything you could imagine is here now or has some branch. We're a major market. We have 3 professional sports teams within 5 miles of each other. We're a major market here, and the surrounding areas are large. So you say the Tampa Bay area, there's actually no Tampa Bay capital. It's Tampa, and you have St. Petersburg, Clearwater, and they call it the Tampa Bay area, and it's a very large area, but it's very dense. It's the 2 densest counties in the state of Florida, aside from Miami, which would be Pinellas and Hillsborough, which make up St. Petersburg, Clearwater, and all of Tampa.
All right, you gave us a lot of stuff to think about. I'm trying to think of my favorite thing that you mentioned, but I think the number one and two, low taxes and the stuff to do all year round. You don't have to shovel. I really like that. Still in New York, and no matter where you go.
Yeah.
What's the vibe like when you're in Florida or anywhere?
I'll tell you, it's much more laid back, casual, laid back. Yeah.
How long did it take as a New Yorker to just relax and just be laid back? You know what I'm talking about as a New Yorker.
Yeah, I still don't think I fully have embraced the Florida lifestyle. It takes some time. For me, it does. I don't know. I run a little quick, so I'm working on it. But you know what? If you want to move a little bit quicker, Florida can handle that. If you want to take your time and casual, it's there for you as well.
All right, awesome.
There's something for everyone here. And that's
what I wanted to hear. All right. Speaking of which, if someone's interested in making a move to go to your areas, how can they reach you?
They could look me up online. My very reachable via phone, 310-717-7926. Shoot me a text or give me a call, leave a message if I don't pick up. You know how we are as realtors. We're always on the phone.
Yep.
Again, that's 717-7926.
All right. So anybody considering moving, selling their home here in New York, and they want to give your area a try?
Yeah, or if they have any questions or want to get a feel, a lot of what I do is just kind of what we did in this video, let people know what it's like down here and see if it's a right fit, or maybe it isn't for them, but for friends or other family it is. And listen, we're open. We can, you come down for a vacation. We'll go look at a couple homes, take a few hours one afternoon, be all set, see if it works, great, and go from there. Whatever's best, we'll get it done.
What about new construction? Do you have new construction out there?
There is.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of the people we deal with aren't looking necessarily for new construction. They kind of want to bring a house, they just want to kind of go step into a house because they are relocating, or if it is a winter home, they're snowbirding, they don't want to deal with everything. They kind of want to just be set, and they want to bring their toothbrush and show up and enjoy Florida, not deal with all the additional work with regards to, if they're looking to build a custom home. But there are new properties coming up, absolutely. Okay. But if they want to build, you kind of want to be down here if they're doing that. But there is some very new, nice construction, condos, townhomes, or single family residences in the area if you were interested.
All right, you know what? Like I said before, you gave us a lot of stuff to think about. For anybody who's considering, definitely give Chris a call. Now, if you need to sell your home in order to make that happen, you want to take those proceeds that you get from the home that you sell with us, definitely give Chris a call. Now, you can reach Dean and myself. You can reach me at 917-975-5985, and you can reach Dean at 516-527-9549. And our website, this is the part where I usually tell Dean, hey, hit him with the website. The website is mynwyhomesales.com. Everybody, happy holidays. Chris, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. Stay safe.
All right, folks, thanks for watching. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell all your friends about us. And that's pretty much it.